Hi everyone, we are live. I'm so happy to be here today. It's been so long since I've gone live. I'm in a new place. I'm back home. If you have been following me for a while, you know that I was in Miami for like 7 months. Of course you're gonna start crying now. um, because my husband had a temporary duty like in Florida, so we were there. And so I'm just gonna make sure I'm live because that's what I do. I am back home though. I'm so happy to be home. It's quite different though. We got all new furniture. There's a lot of things that are different at home. Like it's a mess. This is not gonna be my normal location for my lives. I promise. I'm gonna be like in a nice office. Okay, I see that we are live. Is my mic working? We got all new furniture. Yeah. Okay, so my mic is super far away from me, so I'm sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and drop some links in the chat because I'm going to be talking about, I have a free spreadsheet that I'm going to be talking about, and I have a, something else that I'm going to be talking about later on. And today we're going to talk about dominating your content in 2024. And baby's in the background. He's playing, but he will likely start crying as soon as I say words. I'm also live in multiple places, so yeah, let me know. Happy New Year, by the way. It's my first live in the new year. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. If you're watching, please say hello in the chat. If you're watching the replay, please comment #replay. Also, let me know where you're watching from because I love to know where you guys are from. Let me pull up some comments. Oh, hi. Okay, yeah, I'm streaming to multiple places, so sorry about that. Let me see if I'm live on Instagram. Like, how weird is that? If it's working. I'm not sure it's working. I actually don't know if it's working. How do I know if it's working? Okay, I don't know. I guess I'll figure that out later. I'm sorry. Okay, I had to pop some links. I have a free content planner, 30 days of content spreadsheets. Happy New Year from New Jersey, from South Carolina. So nice to have everyone here. South Wales, nice. So happy to be here. So yeah, we're gonna talk about how to dominate your content in 2024. I might move this. I'm like using my camera my phone as a camera because it just looks so much better. But yeah, as you're watching this, I would love for you to comment and ask your questions because it'll keep you engaged and it'll help you retain and implement the information as I'm talking about it. And it'll also boost the video, which I would be eternally grateful if you do that. I would greatly appreciate it. Before we get into it, if you don't know me, I am Laura, and I'm a marketing and systems strategist. I help female coaches dominate their content, basically. I help with the organization and the planning of content so it doesn't burn you out. Content does not have to be overwhelming. So today we're talking all about your content plan for 2024 and how to develop a strategy that will get you results, because that's obviously what you want. You want results and you want clients. Everything I'm gonna be talking about, just so you guys are like have some clarity, it's more geared towards service-based business owners. Not saying that if you are product-based that this won't work for you. What's your Instagram handle? It's Laura C Martinez _ Hi, I'm on Facebook. Hello. I wish I could see who you people are, but oh, I can go to the comments like hello. I can see them like individually. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I think most of you guys are from my group. The links are asking for a payment. No, they shouldn't be. There's one that's free and one that's not. So just so you guys know. Yeah, there's a content spreadsheet. Let me just make sure that I posted the right one. Oh my gosh. I don't even see what I posted. Yeah, the spreadsheet should be the free. It's no payment. There's no payment for that one, okay? It's your free spreadsheet. I'm going to be talking about that a little later on. It's 30 days of marketing content ideas that you can use to get consistent sales, see rapid growth on your social media. It's just very general topics that you can talk about. But we're going to talk more about just a content strategy in general. Obviously, it's gonna vary business to business, person to person. Sorry if you hear baby's toys in the background. It's just the way it's gonna be today. Let me see if anyone else is commenting. Some things. My Instagram handle. Okay, I already answered those. Okay. Okay. So your content is probably the most important thing in your business, contrary to popular belief. Well, okay, a lot of people know that content is important. Without a proper content strategy, you're obviously not going to see sales. If you don't post, you're not going to make sales. Or worse, maybe you're posting and you still aren't making sales, which is kind of worse because you're like wasting all this time creating content that's not converting, right? Put a me in the chat, that's you. It's a lot more common than you think. I guarantee that a lot of people watching can relate to this. It used to be me. Okay, a little background about me. I started as a makeup artist. I grew my Instagram account to, it has 25K followers, that Instagram account. Honestly, people started asking me how I grew my following so quickly. I don't see links. They're in the comments. If you don't see them, I will put them in the description when I'm done. But I don't want to like keep pausing to put links. If you are in my group, you probably already have this spreadsheet. But if you're not, if you're watching from somewhere else, you may not. So either way, I'll make sure that everyone gets the link. Yeah. Hello. So happy to have you here. Okay. Put a me in the chat, that's you. If you post and you still aren't getting like a lot of traction, you're not getting followers, you're not getting clients, because it's really, really common. It used to be me, but I figured out like, I had a makeup account and it was just for fun. And then I became a certified makeup artist, a professional makeup artist. And I did bridal makeup. I also do special effects like Halloween. And I got a lot of clients through my social media. Like I was fully booked. It was amazing. So many people struggle with content. It's overwhelming. It can burn you out, or you just don't know what to post. It can be like a big struggle, right? And it's a huge deal. Like you have to post or you don't make sales, right? It doesn't have to be that way. I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way. So the first thing, I have like a 3-phase protocol that I take a lot of my clients through, and I'm going to go through a little bit, not too much. But the first thing is clarity. You need clarity. Oh, I should get rid of this comment. How do you get rid of the comment? I'm sorry. How do you, oh, there you go. I didn't want the comment continuing on the screen. You guys can see that. I wonder. I'm using Ecamm, so it's like, it's different for me. Okay. Anyway, the first thing you need is clarity. Clarity on what you're offering exactly. If you're a service-based business, you likely, you know what your offer is, hopefully. If not, like I'm sort of pivoting a little bit. Like I do a lot of done-for-you services. I have some private clients and like I do I'm a marketing specialist. So like whatever it has to do with marketing, but I am very clear on who I work with. I used to be as well. And then I realized I didn't want to work with those people anymore. I used to work with 7-figure coaches, like relationship coaches. That was like my niche. Not my favorite niche. Not that there's a problem with the niche. It's just the 7-figure part. I was like, okay, they're not really my vibe. You got to get really clear on who it is. I'm talking beyond demographics. So demographics are good and well, like, okay, yeah, you want to work with female, or you want to work with male, or you want to work with this certain age range. Oh my gosh, he's throwing things out of his pack and play, and it scares me every time, like he's gonna fall out. Okay. You want to go really in-depth psychographics. Who are they fundamentally as a person? What truly matters to them, especially going into 2024. What are they struggling with? What do they get excited by? What truly matters to them, right? And how are you going to get this clarity? Well, I used to like mock people that would spend their time journaling, because I used to think it was a waste of time. But honestly, that's how I got so much clarity. Journaling seriously has helped me. Just journal, just brain dump everything you want. Like what is your perfect client? And I always do this exercise. I've done this before in some of my like trainings. And I love this exercise. So where you just like, you literally, if you hear the dog snoring in the background, so I just realized she snores so loudly. You want to give your perfect client a name. Like you want to describe her in detail. Like, is she blonde? Her name is Anna. I forgot the name of my like one that I used to use. Like, what does she do? What is she struggling with in her personal life, in her work life, in her business, and whatever she might be doing? Who are your ideal clients, right? And like I said, this is where it comes. It's a little tricky if you're a product-based business, because you may not necessarily have your product might be, suited for a lot of people. It's a little different when it comes to that. But what I'm saying is just get to know them and on a deep, deep level. And what else is going to help you? You want to know their values, pain points, desires, and for 2024 specifically, because times are changing, things are different now. we're in somewhat of a recession, if that if that has anything to do with your business, that sort of thing. You want to just make sure that it's something that your ideal clients might also be going through. And how else are you going to get there? Market research. Market research is so important. I'm constantly doing market research. I'm constantly talking to my ideal clients or even my current clients to see what I can do to make sure that they are happy with my services and what else I could add to fulfill things for them. You know what I mean? So you're always, as an entrepreneur, you're always going to be doing market research. It's just so important to make sure that you're staying on the trend and you're just you're really getting into the mind of your ideal client, right? Okay, so once you have this clarity, now it's time to map out your content pillars. I know, content pillars. Put a me in the chat if you have content pillars that you use to post, because it's not as common as you think. A lot of people they look down on, oh my god, I thought he fell out of the back and play. They look down on content pillars, and I'm like, why? It's so helpful, especially if you're super overwhelmed with creating content. Content pillars are so important. So what are content pillars? They're the key topics that you're going to be talking about in your content, okay? And they might change from time to time. As we're in a new year, you might have different content pillars than you did last year, and that's totally fine. I'm constantly updating my content pillars. I started with, I always tell my clients, start with 4 or 5 overarching topics, and then within each topic, you want 6 to 7 subtopics. And this is where I kind of want to show you guys my iPad. I don't know if this cord is going to even reach me. Let's see. Can I show you my iPad? I can. Okay. So I have my business coach. What she does is the content wheel, and it's a wheel of here's your main topic. So my main topic is get clients, or just marketing in general. But I feel like that's too general. Your main topic, and then you can do questions that are topics that have to do with this. So marketing. I would say I would be even more specific. Email marketing, social media. Social media, branding. There's so many ways to get clients, lead gen. I can't think of my content pillars right now, but they're all listed out, and that's something I'm going to show you later on when I share my screen. And then from here you can branch out, and what do people ask you specifically about email marketing? What's a good welcome sequence, or how to get more email marketing subscribers, more subscribers. So that's how my business coach does things. I prefer more of a list. So what I'll do is I will just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those are your main topics. My main topic is get clients, and then from here I go email marketing. And when it comes to email marketing, what do I want to talk about? Welcome sequence. I don't know. This is not really I'm just doing an example. These are not really my content pillars, but welcome sequence, subscribers, freebie, because freebies are really, really good to get email subscribers. What else can it be? I would say 6 to 7 of these subtopics. Once you have your core main topics, you can talk about your subtopics, and that's how you're going to create your content. Ideally, what you want, and I talk about this a lot, week 1 of the month will be topic 1, week 1, week 2, right? I'm sorry, my handwriting is so bad. Week 3, it's really hard to write on the iPad. Week 4, etc. So that's kind of how I structure things. And then if you post every day, which I'm going to talk about in a second, I don't recommend doing that, but it would be Monday, Tuesday. That's why you want enough subtopics to cover all the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That way, once you have this organized, it's so easy to create content, because at least it's organized. At least you've got somewhat of a plan, and no, it's not repetitive. I get this question a lot. Will posting about the same subject over and over again get boring? No, there's so many ways you can spin things, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit as well. You can spin this welcome sequence. Oops. Oh my gosh. You can spin this welcome sequence in so many different ways. I can talk about how long a welcome sequence should be. I can talk about specifics with a welcome sequence next time. I can talk about word count. I can talk about there's so many different ways you can spin it, and you can spin it. You can do different content types, which we're going to talk about in a second as well. I think that's all I'm going to do with my iPad for right now. So map out your content pillars. That's how you're going to dominate your content and not feel super overwhelmed in 2024. You got to have content pillars. Think through the major goals, interests, and any questions that your audience would ask you regarding your niche, your business, your like whatever your focus is, right? And then you organize these into logical buckets or categories, and then that's how you're gonna focus your content, right? So basically, are you really gonna start crying? Hi. He just likes the attention. He was waving earlier before I went live. Aligning your content tightly to what your audience wants is the key to creating content that converts, right? Obviously, you're providing this real value to them. And, I get this question a lot too. You do want to give away a lot for free. You want to give away a lot for free. My business coach, she says that she gives away 2 times more or 3 times more than 3 times more. What is it? I forget how she says it. But basically, you want to give a lot away for free because people are going to pay you for implementation. They're going to pay you for your expertise and for personal, to help them personally, right? So don't feel like you're giving away too much in your content. You also, this is a little beyond the scope of what I was going to do today. You also don't want to do how-to content anymore. We're going to talk about that in a second. Just don't be boring. Okay. So, yeah. The next we're going to talk about brainstorming creative formats to reach your audience. So I want you guys to think about even if you're not new to entrepreneurship and marketing, I want you to focus on one social media platform in 2024. Just one. I promise you your efforts will go a longer way once you got that one platform down, then you can start adding other platforms. And I think the last live I did of 2023 was all about repurposing content. Super easy to repurpose content. I don't recommend, and I talked about that in that live, I don't recommend everybody do it, especially if you're very overwhelmed as it is. So yeah. Repurposing is super easy though, but pick one platform. Where do your ideal clients hang out the most? Pick that platform. And then I also my business coach has one platform, and that includes blog and email marketing. I don't agree. I think that blogging and email marketing should be something that everyone does. Blogging or email marketing. So one social media platform plus a blog or an email list is what you want to focus on for 2024. That helps you break things down a little bit more. You're not going to be so overwhelmed by having to post on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, go in Facebook groups, Instagram. That's so much. It gets overwhelming. It gets to be too much. As we're going, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them. I don't see any more comments coming in though. So yeah, but you ultimately need to figure out where your audience is hanging out that's why you need that clarity first. Then you'll develop this consistency. Once you do this, you're going to create a content calendar, which I'm going to talk about. I'm going to show you my content calendar in a second. I'm going to show you my freebie, which the link is in the comments, but I'll put it in the description as soon as I'm done with this live, so you guys can download it if you haven't already. And then if you're in my group though, you might have that. And then I'll show you my paid planner, which is a lot more extensive. You can take the ideas from the free spreadsheet and implement it in the planner, and it's just so beneficial to have both. So but within each social media platform, there are different content formats. All of them have pretty much the same content formats, picture, video, basically. So you want to mix it up a little bit. You don't want everything to be the same. So when you're compiling your strategy for 2024, make sure you have some variety in there. It keeps your audience on the edge of their seat. What is she going to post next? You know what I mean? So yeah. It's also so important to, wait a minute. Yeah, there you go. to optimize your content. There you go. My clients are probably on Facebook, but I prefer Instagram and I'm already on it. What do you recommend? Okay, I would need to know a little bit more about your business. If you want to comment that, you can. If not, I'll give you my opinion. It depends on how many followers you have on Instagram too, but Instagram is just, I'm an Instagram specialist. Like that's what I like specialize in with my clients. I help them. I'm also like I grew my Facebook group like pretty significantly quickly, and I focus on that too. But Instagram is really hard to grow on, and I have yet to convert a client from Instagram in this business. I used to get all of my clients from Instagram from my makeup page, but think about what makeup is. It's a very visual thing. People liked, I'm a good health coach. Oh, I know who you are then. It's just that it says Facebook user. I'm using Ecamm. I would recommend, focusing on the one where you have the bigger following and optimizing that. So whatever works for you specifically, that's what so like if you have a bigger following on Instagram, focus on Instagram, really optimize your Instagram. And also you can sprinkle in some Facebook, since I know who you are. Sprinkle in some Facebook because I think your clients are likely hanging out there. But I will say Instagram for you also is a very good place to be. So I can't not say that Instagram is not a good place. But for anyone else who doesn't have like a huge following and you're like, okay, I don't know what platform to start on, I don't recommend Instagram. Honestly, Facebook groups are the way to go. Facebook groups are so, there's such a, he's asleep. They're a gold mine. They're a gold mine. And if you know how to optimize your Facebook, so when people see you posting in other Facebook groups, that's even better. I have a whole training on that as well. I would recommend doing that. So, everyone should be going into Facebook groups. It doesn't matter what niche you're in. It's a little more difficult if you're a health coach, in general, because, well, it depends on who your ideal clients are. But, deep down internally, like if for an entrepreneur could need your services, right? So you can go into entrepreneur Facebook groups. You can go into so many different Facebook, like mom Facebook groups. There's so many options, and that kind of makes it even more difficult. It really makes it a little more difficult because it's a lot. So yeah. So how to optimize I'm going to continue with my stuff. But yeah, pick one platform plus an email list or a blog. Optimize your content for maximum reach and impact. How do you do this? Well, once you have that down packed, like you're like, perfect, I'm good with my one platform. I've got a steady stream of emails going out, weekly, at least weekly emails. You can start repurposing, and that's going to help you optimize, because you never know. Like, honestly, I guarantee that almost everybody's ideal clients is hanging out on Facebook, unless they're like Gen Z. I'm not sure they're hanging out on Facebook, although I do have my nieces and nephew are Gen Z and they are on Facebook, which is interesting. I guarantee that most people are also on TikTok, and people don't none of my clients love TikTok, and I'm like, you can find some clients there, I'm telling you. How else can you optimize your content on your one platform though? And that is going to be through hooks and CTAs. Every single post should have a CTA. Every single post should have a hook. You want to hook people in, regardless of what the type of content it is. Even if it's a static image, your caption needs to have a hook. It needs to have something that's going to draw people in and make people read the caption. That's another thing. A lot of people don't optimize captions the way they should. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time and I'm talking so much. And your CTAs, they don't always have to be selling your offers, but it can be just promoting, like a prompting engagement. So like something like a question, something that gets people to want to comment. The more comments you get, the more people are going to see your posts. The more clients you're going to get. Draw people in. You need to be authentic with your content too. Like you need to sprinkle you in all of your content. It should be you. Very, very you. So how to set yourself up. Let's recap. You're going to create a content calendar, and let me pull up, oh gosh, let me see if I can. This is such an awkward setup. I promise it's not going to stay like this. 30 days of course, I can't find it. Oh my gosh. My Wi-Fi is acting up. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, we're good. 30 days. Let me pull this up. If you are in my group, you likely already have this, like I said. Let me share my screen. Oopsies. Oh no. Share screen. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Again, I'm using eCam, and sometimes it's not very easy. That's not what I'm doing. Okay. Whatever. We're gonna just no, I want to pull up the real thing. Here it is. I'm so sorry, guys. I promise you I'm not technologically challenged. So when you get this, you'll get all of these. Again, you can download it from the link in the comments. If not, I will post it in the description. You've got, here are very general. These are not content pillars. I would say they're categories. So you've got promote, educate, entertain, inspire, and engage. All of your content should do one of those things, regardless of, and then we talk about like, content pillars. When we talk about content pillars, those are your specific pillars. But even within those pillars, your content has to have all of those things, like one of those things, one of the following: promote, educate, entertain, inspire, engage. So it gives you ideas. Like, for example, let's say I'm going to plan next week's content. Okay, let's first of all change the date, January. Okay, let's say I'm planning next week's content, which next week is January 15th. So let's say for January 15th, I want to educate, give the best tips, tricks, or hacks. Now, here's the thing. You don't want how-to content. It's not very in anymore. How to grow your Instagram. Like, that is so boring. You want to add something. And I wish I could think of a hook right now off the top of my head, but I'm not really good under pressure. I'm also getting a little bit of a headache, and I'm very thirsty. Okay, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I promise you, like, if I really had time to sit down and think about it, a hook, like a hook would be like explode or get clients from Instagram using these tips. That's even boring. Don't listen to me. Okay, you have to think about something in a way. Here's another thing. If you're reading your content, you're like, I'm bored, there's a problem. Okay, so even though you need to sprinkle you in it, you need to make sure it's very interesting and like readable. If you can't read it, your audience is not going to want to read it. So let's just say that I want to give the best tips, tricks, or hacks, and you're not going to do how to anything. It's going to be something very interesting, right? With a hook that's very, very interesting. What's the content type I want to post today? Let's say I want to post, I should really move I can't move it. I'm sorry. It gives you options for content type. It's a reel, carousel. Reel could be a TikTok as well. You can like change these, by the way. When you get this, you can change it to whatever you want if you're focusing on something else. Carousel, single post, story, live, email, whatever it might be. And then that gives you sort of an option. And then it gives you hook ideas. Top ways, how I did X and X days. See, that's a little more interesting. I forgot that I have hook ideas. Hello, hook ideas. Steal my strategy that got me 10K in December. My secret hack for doubling my revenue in December. Things like that. And then you also have CTA ideas here, link in bio. Don't recommend using that one too much because honestly, the word link, it gets flagged sometimes. I don't know why. Save this post for later, share this with a friend, comment your favorite X. Again, you see how it's not like, honestly, I should add some more because lately what's really good is the 2-step call to action. And this is something that I can do a whole training on. And that's like comment the word or DM me the word blank, like DM me the word ready and then comment done below. What that does is that gets your clients in your DMs or your ideal clients in your DMs, and it gives the post engagement. And then you can send them the link to your freebie, to your webinar, to your actual product, like whatever it might be, or to book a call with you, whatever it might be. That's a great CTA. Just gave you a really golden nugget, guys. Okay. And then I want to share with you guys my Notion planner. It honestly goes hand in hand with what you're looking at right now. This is what costs money, yes. But there were 2 links in the comments, and I'll put them in the description as soon as I'm done with this video. One was the freebie I just showed you. The other one is a content planner that I have on several different project management tools. So if you like ClickUp, I have it there. ClickUp, Asana, Trello, Google Sheets, so you can keep it with the other one too. Google Sheets is not as intense. Notion is the most intense one, and also Airtable. So what this helps you do is organize your content so well. It's also got a task management section. This is only on Notion, honestly. Notion should be like so much more. But yeah, I tag my VA in here. Like she helps me complete my tasks. I tag my whole team. Honestly, I have a whole other, sorry, this is for my content and my business, but for my agency side of things, I have a whole other like portal on Notion where like they get tagged too. But anyway, what I want to show you guys is the content strategy section here. I am gonna go a little bit over time. I hope that's okay with people. But so you have your pillar topics here. And I like to look at it in the calendar view because it kind of like, okay, what am I posting on this day? This is for December. So let's say I've decided I'm going to start posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Instagram. I post every single day in Facebook groups. And that's like a whole other content strategy that's mine that I'm not going to give too much detail on, but like I have a whole Facebook group strategy. Let me know if you guys want to see a training on like my Facebook group strategy because it's seriously it's chef's kiss. Okay. So basically, but if you want to see this in table format, I think it might be easier visually for you guys to see. So what I do is I write out. So this is content creation is one of my pillars: traffic and growth, email marketing, like I said, strategy, personal branding, mindset, productivity. Cause I do a lot of productivity, because I focus on how content does not have to burn you out. Anyway, that's why that's there. So these are my pillars, these are the subtopics, and then I assign dates to them. And as you can see, I have like all the way through February 16th planned out already. And I've gotten this down to a science where like I plan out my monthly content in less than 2 hours. So it's so convenient. And by plan out, I'm talking like I have a caption ready to go. I may not have created my reels or my like the graphics, but I have my VAs do that anyway. So like for the graphics. So that's sort of how I use this, but there's so many things in this planner that I'm honestly obsessed. I'm obsessed with Notion. If you're not super techie, I don't recommend Notion for you. But again, there's so many options. I have my client management there. I don't want to show you guys too much there. I have a lead tracker here, so like I track all my leads. I probably should have shown you guys. The budget's not included in the template. I have a whole Facebook section where you get a list of 150 Facebook groups that you can promote in, a way to track your posts that you're going to be posting in those groups and in your own group. I recommend everyone start a Facebook group no matter what. And yeah, I have like all these things. You have a way to audit yourself. I haven't audited myself in so long. I should probably do that. You have an operations section here, which I haven't filled that out. I recently switched from Airtable. By recently, I mean like October, November. So not that recent, but yeah, I haven't been able to do that. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful. Let me see if anyone has asked any questions. How do you set up Notion? So that template is available for purchase. Like I said, it's in the link in the comments. And then there's a detailed explanation, like a video explaining how to use it and how to set it up for yourself. So it's optimized for you. I also have this available on Airtable, Asana, ClickUp, Google Sheets, and Trello. If you're super not tech savvy, you okay? I would recommend Google Sheets. It's just not as like automated as Notion or anything else. And neither is Trello, to be honest. And ClickUp has some limitations. You have to pay for like the monthly fees for Asana and ClickUp. Notion's the only one that you can use completely for free, and Airtable too. I love both of those. So yeah, I mean, it's just if you don't buy this, totally get it. But just create one of these for yourself, because that is how you're going to stay organized. And that is how your content is not going to overwhelm you in 2024. So I highly recommend setting up some sort of content calendar so you don't burn yourself out. You have everything all nice and organized, and you're not like winging your content anymore. Even if you do though, even if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna post today, you can come back and reference your pillar topics tab, and you're like, okay, wait, I have this subtopic I haven't talked about in a while. At least you can post about that, if that makes sense. If you have any questions, I'll look back later on. Will this be recorded? Yes, it should be up as soon as I'm done with this, so you can reference the recording whenever you want. And yeah, I hope this was helpful. I'll be answering any questions you guys might have in the comments, if you're watching the replay, or if you have questions right now. I thank you so much for being here. This was great. I'm glad it was helpful. Yay. I'm going to be going live next week. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, but let me know if you want to see like a Facebook groups. I feel like that would be a really good live to do. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.